Hi guys, good morning. Miss Makandi here. I'm really excited to be here. It's a beautiful day. We are in good health and in very high spirits, and we can't afford but to be grateful to God. So I'm grateful for all the subscribers that have been able to gather. Yes, and we're still moving, so continue sharing with your friends, family, and if you like my content, just continue sharing on your socials so that we can grow as a family. I'm looking forward to reaching 100 subscribers. I do not know why. Where? And this thing is hard. So I shot a copy of this video on Saturday while I'm at an event, but unfortunately it was just so noisy, and still this one will be so noisy still because I'm just parked on kando ya barabara, so it will still be noisy. And now let's talk about this. So today I'm going to shoot about something very funny. So I was just seated, I was just thinking, those two moments you find yourself just thinking about things that you've had to do in your life that didn't materialize, and you're really hopeful about it, and maybe some made you feel really bad about them, some broke your spirit, some even made you almost lose hope, but then you kept moving regardless. So in short, there are things that I have done since I started. Okay, business wise, I'm actually talking business wise. The businesses that I've engaged in that didn't materialize up to date. Okay, let's call it this way. I don't know, there's something I want to drive home, that you should never give up. Okay, it is not even about giving up, because no one should give up. Okay, you just shouldn't give up because everyone is going through a lot. It is something like if something is not for you, then it is just not meant for you, and if something is for you, it will locate you wherever you are, and it will be for you. So before I start, there's this quote I read a friend of mine had posted on their socials, and it was like, just allow yourself to gracefully exit situations you have outgrown. Hey, now that is where your girl has it difficult, because I usually have a tendency of holding on to things with the hope that they will get better, with the hope that the situations will change, but unfortunately I just find myself in so much shit that I can't get myself out of. So let's talk business. So your girl started businesses a very long time ago. While I was a small girl, I used to hope that I'll finish school, I get a corporate job, and all that and all that and all that. But then it happens that was not the plan. The plan was to do business, and I started business really early, because my first business was while I was in campus. I used to sell lipstick, the Davis eye pencils, and it is a surprise that I was really into those things, but I don't like the makeup thing and all that. But yes, that is the first business that I had. Then that didn't materialize. Then at that time I was in a relationship with someone, and we used to travel to Uganda and get clothes, vitenges, especially when I'm coming for holidays. Then I would come with vitenges from Uganda, and as they are known all over, they are very good quality. So that was a fast moving product for me. It was very easy to sell that in the village. And then that one didn't materialize as well. And when I say it didn't materialize, I actually mean financially, because I don't know where I usually take business money. I could sell, but I don't know where I usually take that money, you see. And it's no lie, and I know I am not alone in this situation. So many people of us, even up to date, we engage in businesses, and we do not know where we take that money. Like by the end of the month, we can't afford rent, we can't afford to pay our bills and all that, and we are in business. But something I've come to realize is always present everything to God. You need to pray to God for clarity on finances and all that. You need to pray for that knowledge. As much as you're going to school to study, you're taking online courses on finances and all that, you still need to engage God. Ooh, if you do not engage God in your businesses and all that, then girl, you'll be hustling, and you will not be having anything substantial to show of your hustle. So now that was my second business, coming with vitenges, blah 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 and all that. Then in fourth year, I was in a partnership with a lady, a classmate, who used to really do good business. So we used to thrift clothes from Westie. I was in Moi University, Eldoret, so we would go to West Market and thrift clothes, and from there we would sell them at a profit, and we used to make good money. I'm sorry, I'm a bit distracted because I'm parked outside and people are like surprised with this lady that is talking alone, but it is okay. So I finished campus, I come with the hope that I will get a job, just like any other graduate, it didn't work in this country. So I applied and I was tired, so I looked for the simplest jobs that I could do, which was being employed in hotels. The first hotel that I worked was really good because we are usually even in good terms with the owners there to date. But the second one, the manager was quite cruel to the employees, so it didn't work out for me and I quit my business. Fortunately, while I was there, I made a very good friend called Joy. So we were both very ambitious and young. After we quit that job, we decided to start a business, which was my really first serious business, you see, because now I no longer live home, so I have bills to pay, I have to pay rent, I have to eat, I have to go to the salon and all that. So we started a business with my friend called Joy, which was more of a snack bar. We used to make cakes, we used to make chapos, we used to make mandazis, samosas, tea, fresh juice. Was there fresh juice? Not really. Or it was more of a snack bar, and it was a really interesting business because it ran for about 6 months and we were doing so well, but then things happened and it didn't materialize as well. And it was not something bad, but they're just challenges that entrepreneurs face every day. So Joy and I, our business was doing really well. So 6 months down the line, we are like, we need to expand, and so we found a house in a premise in the town center. So that premise was really strategically placed, and we had done our math and we were sure that we would make returns from that place. So we look for the landlord gives us the house, and we are like in an agreement that we will be paying our rent in 3 months, in batches of 3 months. You see, after 3 months we pay 3 months rent, and you understand the cycle. So now we have already, so on this certain Sunday, the Sunday that we were supposed to move, we have already moved all our things from the previous place that we are, and we have come to the premise that we're supposed to start operation on Monday. Hey, on Sunday, we are there very early in the morning, we are cleaning, we are arranging, and we are planning ourselves as to how we will come on Monday morning and do like a grand opening. Okay, well, yes, it was a grand opening because it was new, it was a new business in that place. So, but unfortunately that Sunday we were served with the news that we can't open that business there because now the landlord has decided to give a family member the shop. But the landlord assured us that since there are shops that he was building at the back, then we would be first to be considered. But now, 2 young girls, we didn't have the finances to stay afloat for 3 months waiting for a house to finish. So we had to close down. So we looked for a friend and moved all our things there. And yes, that business came to an unexpected end. So Joy and I'm telling you, we were very young and very ambitious. I don't even know where that ambition went. Because we used to hustle. We couldn't imagine days in our houses without a business. So by that time, it was that time when the polythene bags were being done with from the market. You see, the government was trying to do away with the polythene bags. And if you know anything about business, is when something is about to get off the market, then the prices are really nice. So but the goods, the commodity themselves are not available in the market. But fortunately, since I come from this place, then I know so many people, we could easily get a place where we could source the polythene bags. So we got into that business for like 3 to 4 months before the polythenes became really illegal, and we did some good money. So we were in the business of selling those bags around towns, and we used to go long distances selling them. As much as they were fast moving, then it involved a lot of convincing people that we are not trying to spy on people or anything. Do you know, everyone was scared that they would lose their businesses if they are caught with those polythene papers. But the thing is, the consumers needed those goods, so the prices were quite high, but it was quite risky because then if you were caught the polythene bags, the fines were quite high. So we did that business for a while. We did it for around maybe 3 to 4 months, and it was a really good business, just that it was hectic to move from one town to another while selling, sometimes on foot, sometimes on boda and with matatus. So 3 months down the line, and we just decided we can't do that business anymore. It had gotten to be a little bit tricky. As much as we were making money, then it was tricky because these things now are becoming serious business. The government doesn't want the polythene papers on the streets anymore. Now by that time I had my boyfriend then, who is my husband now. So I come and I tell him that now I have closed down my business and I do not know what to do. So what do we do? My partner tells me I have some money, and I tell him, me too, I have some savings that I've got. Maybe we can do some business. Then we decide to open a cyber cam studio. No, we wanted to open the two business so that one can complement the other one. So if this one is not working, we shut down the other one and continue with this one. And we opened up a cyber and a studio, but we didn't have a camera at that time. So what we did, my boyfriend then spoke to a friend of his, and that friend offered to come in as a partner. You see, because he had a camera, so he had to come in as a partner. So this partner was not supposed to do anything. He was just to come with his camera. But the rent, the furniture, and everything was supposed. All the other equipments were supposed to be acquired by us. So we got all those equipments. We paid 6 months rent. And we started business. That is when Hunter Studio was born. So we started business. On starting business, it was 1 month down the line, 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, 4 months down the line, 5 months down the line. There is no studio business, but cyber is picking up slowly, and there we get photocopies and and all that. But what happened is, 6 months down the line, we are supposed to pay rent for another 6 months. So my boyfriend, or now us, our side, would tell the other partner that came with the camera, now you talk to your people so that we can pay these other 6 months rent. 6 months rent by that time was 60,000. So you are supposed to come with 30k and us 30k so that we can cover for the other half of the year, because you yourself, you have been here for 6 months and you have seen we have not found any business. We have not gotten any studio business. So the guy goes to his folks, and his folks are like, I don't know. So the guy was not quite open to us, but so we pay the rent. We can't afford to close down this business. Like, we are still hopeful that it will pick. So we pay for the 6 months. So the first month come in, there's no business. The second month come in, there's no business. So these other partner, behind our back, they're already making plans with their folks on how he will not come to business. He will just withdraw from the partnership without notice. And Matthew is the one with the camera. Us, we do not have a camera, and we are here marketing ourselves as a photography, videography, what, and all that. So one day he just texts my boyfriend, and he's like, well, my dad has just decided I can't come to work anymore. So we sit down and we say, what now? What are we supposed to do? We do not have a camera, we have nothing to operate with, and we're already selling our name that we have a studio. So after maybe a week or two, a client comes in. She comes, it was actually a couple. They come in and they're like, hey, we have heard you guys do photography and videography. We have a wedding in August. It was August, September, somewhere there. We have a wedding and we'd like your services. Guy, we are so excited. So we are like, yes, we do. And my that time, we do not have any reference point. We have nothing to show the clients what we do. You see, yes, we have the expertise, because my husband, my then boyfriend, had a degree in filming and all those things. Actually, I'm not quite sure. Yes, and we had already trained ourselves to take pictures. We had trained, yes, we had the bare minimum, the basics in the industry. But there is no camera and there is nothing. But there is a printer. So this couple, they give us, walitupea kazi wholeheartedly. Walitupea photography, videography, kutoa wedding cards and all that. So sisi ni nani? Boots on the ground, cards kuanzia kuprint teke. You know, that is what we have. We have a printer to print the wedding cards. Wakatupea deposit without even negotiation. You see, I think that was good, because now this couple, they are our dear friends to date, but hawajui mahali walitutoa. They have never known mahali walitutoa. So we are like, we are printing, they give us the down payment. So now we have to plan how we will go for this business. Tutaenda hii kazi aje? We have no cameras, we have nothing. You see, we have nothing, and this couple has already given us their deposit and our to stress or anything. Wedding cards is already, they loved them, they picked them, they were so excited about it, and we are also excited because of it is our first job and they have paid us so well. Oh my goodness, God continue blessing that family, because they really they really helped us so much. So after that, now it is nini, don't mind the change in minutes because of kuna baridi and everything just keep changing. So now things just, so we went and we took a soft loan somewhere. We got our Mark IV. Yes, so we started with a Mark IV, with a Canon Mark IV 5D Mark IV. Me, I don't even know their name. Yeah, it's a 5D Mark IV. We got that, and yes, now there we are sorted. With that one, we could easily take photos and videos at very good quality, because it's actually among the best cameras in the market up to date. And who is God, things started flowing after we did that work. After we did that gig, it opened so many doors, because sometimes I even tell myself, I think just God saw how innocent we were and how dedicated we were and how we did that job with so much determination. Like after that business, so many doors opened for us that we had even to close down the cyber. We did away with the cyber part and we were left with the studio, which is the business we do up to date. It has been God. Because now, just imagine you do not have a camera and now there's a client here who has a wedding and they are paying you like, they're not even negotiating. They really paid us so well. They paid us at the rate, the competitive market rate. Let me say that. They didn't even bother to ask for referees for people we have worked for. But I'm telling you, the way we did that wedding, the businesses that came after, like everyone on their lineup, for any function they have up to date, they always call us. Any guest that was at that wedding, they are always asking for our numbers. In as much as we might not do business with them, we are always among the people they consider to do business with. You see, now, with business you can't judge anyone, because now there are other factors like price and things like that, the budget of the clients and all that. But I am telling you, that is one wedding that opened doors for Hunters Pictures. That is one wedding that it got us to where we are, and I'm so happy that that client is one of the clients that we have held close to our heart. They have been so good to us, they have been so dear to us, they still support us up to date. And I'm telling you, I will tell them of one day, one day we will tell them of our stories mahali walitutoa, because that was God. And so up to date, that is what, that is the business, that is the major business we still do as a family, photography and videography. And we are now majoring, we are trying to get into the film industry and documentary, and we just hope God will open more doors for us. Because and if anyone can testify to this, when you give Hunters Pictures your business, be it a small function, be it a big function, we assure you that we deliver. Because man, that business almost drained us. It almost, if I tell you, like Hunters Pictures, the first year it is just a story for another day. But we are really grateful to God. So we are really grateful to God that we are here. And yes, He has been a faithful God. He's a faithful God with prayers and with consistency, because we have been consistently doing it for the last 4 years, and we can see the fruits of everything, and we are really grateful to God. And that's, I think that will be the end of my story time today. But I want you to get something from my story. When God decides something is for you, then it is for you. It will locate you in whatever shimo you are, and it will be for you. You see, when God decides something is not for you, even if you do then it will be not for you. And if there is one thing I know, He always has plans for us, and as the Bible says, there are plans of prosperity and not disaster. regardless of how long it takes to materialize, regardless of how long it takes to actualize, then if God has it for you, that is your thing. It might take you forever, but when it is your time to shine, you will shine the brightest. And here, I'm a living testimony to that. I am actually a living testimony to that. Sometimes I actually, because now it got to a point where I started, like, I started doing now my own thing. You see, now with photography and videography, it got to a point it was more of hubby's path, because he's the one in the film and all that. And then I started feeling now some form of way that I have now to do something that satisfies me as well. Sometimes I sit down and I'm like, oh my goodness, am I being ungrateful or something else? But at other times I'm like, I know it is still working. And so yeah, he's a faithful God, and he's a faithful God. Provided you pray to him, he's a faithful God. He always comes through for us. I always come through for us. So to you, my subscribers, I'm here today. I'm hoping that things work out for each and every one of you. I'm hoping that God shines away for each and every one of us. I'm hoping that God continue opening doors that have been shut on our faces. I'm hoping that God continue blessing us and lifting us from one grace to another. And I'm just hoping that we see his hand in everything that we lay. In everything that we put our hands, may we see the fruits of our labor. And let's never forget to pray, and let's never forget to put God first, and let's just allow him to light our paths, and we will be blessed. I'm so grateful for having all of you here. I'm so grateful for that you have taken time to watch my content. Kindly subscribe and forward to all. If this blesses you, if this speaks to you and you'd like others to share in the same, kindly please share with others so that they can subscribe. Please tell your friends to subscribe, and let us grow together with Storytime. Oh, thank you so much, and may you be blessed.